How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Light in the Lamp podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Hollahan, and today I'm proud to be joined by Vaughan Kings goaltender and Barrie Colts prospect, Owen Butler. Owen, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on the podcast today. Super excited.
No problem. I appreciate it. So, we'll jump right in. So, what was your most memorable moment playing hockey so far? And could you just tell us a little bit about it?
So the most memorable moment for me would be last summer playing in the World Selects Invitational in Nashville. It actually just finished recently for the 08 age group this year. And what I loved about it is like there were just teams and players from all over the world. And you got to face like a bunch of competition and play against different styles of hockey, which really opened my eyes to how hockey is like in different countries. And it was also fun seeing like there's random people that you've never met before, and they're like coming up to you, cheering for you, and like banging on the glass after you make a big save. And yeah, it was just a really awesome experience and a well-run tournament.
Love it. So, who's your favorite player growing up and why?
So my favorite goalie growing up was Corey Crawford, and I really like Corey Crawford because like at first I was a Chicago Blackhawks fan, and I just thought he was a very consistent goalie and played really really well. Led the Chicago Blackhawks, excuse me, to two Stanley Cups in the span of 3 years, and he was a big leader of that team. And yeah, I look up to him.
Wow, yeah, he actually played around where I'm from in junior. He played for the Moncton Wildcats. He had a little stint, and he played for yeah, I think it's about an hour and a half away from here. But anyway,
Nice.
what's the greatest piece of advice that was given to you as a young player and is still useful to you today?
One piece of advice was like don't worry about anyone else. Just worry about yourself and just control what you can control. Because like if you spend too much time worrying about things you can't control and what other people are thinking, you're losing time that you can spend to work on yourself to improve your game. Um, so yeah, just control the controllables and don't worry about what everyone else is thinking.
All right, love it. So, do you have a lucky number that you wear?
No, there's no lucky number.
No lucky number? All right.
No.
So, do you have any specific superstitions? Some people do, some people don't. But I know goalies like to have some sometimes. So, do you have any?
No, not really. I just more so have like specific routines. Like before a game, like I'm very precise with like what stretches I do, what time that I do them. And even like when I tape my stick, I have this weird thing that I do. So at the knob, I'll put exactly 7 rolls of pre-wrap to make the knob like nice and soft. And for me, like there was just one practice I decided to try it, and it just felt like I had more control over the stick. So I guess that would be a superstition for me.
All right. So, yeah. So I don't know how many listeners know this, but Owen actually has a podcast called Crease Thoughts Views from the Blue Paint. Owen, what's it like to have a podcast of your own while also playing high level hockey with the Vaughan Kings and in the future the Barrie Colts?
Yeah, it's good because I learned how to manage my time. Like I learned how to balance like competitive hockey and then doing really well in school, as well as pursuing like one of my hobbies, which is just socializing with people. And I like to talk and communicate with people. So I really learned like how to properly manage my time and make sure that all aspects of my life are balanced, that, I'm just living happily.
All right, love it. So, Crease Thoughts Views from the Blue Paint. Where did that name come from?
So it started off one summer. My dad and I were on a road trip to Montreal for a hockey tournament, and we were listening to some podcasts. I didn't know what a podcast was at the time. Um, so I listened to some podcasts. I really, really liked it. It was actually the Goalie Hacks podcast. Really liked it. And then, yeah, for the rest of the car ride, we kept like brainstorming like cool podcast names. And it was almost just a fantasy at that time. Like I never thought it was actually going to happen. And yeah, we just landed on Crease Thoughts because I wanted something. I wanted to share like what I see, like when I'm in the net, like what I'm feeling and stuff. So I wanted something more goalie related. So yeah, we ended up landing on Crease Thoughts. We had a bunch of other bunch of other names and stuff. But yeah, Crease Thoughts was the best one, so just went with that.
Yeah, I love that name. So, what kind of made you want to start a podcast?
So yeah, like I said, we were listening to that podcast, and I felt like the time really passed by, and I really love like talking and socializing with people. So it also helped that my dad's work started a podcast, so I learned a bit of information from there, and then it just became like something that I wanted to do, like just to try it out, see where it would take me. I had no idea how successful it would become, and I think it was definitely a success.
Speaking of being successful, what was it like to have the chance to interview an NHL legend like Eric Lindros on your podcast?
Oh, it was awesome. Like one night my mom was at a work function, told me she met Eric Lindros and uh, started promoting my podcast. And when she told me in the car, I didn't believe her. Like I thought she was making it up and everything, but then she gave me his phone number, reached out with him, and yeah, like I still can't believe that I was able to do that today. And we still talk every once in a while, and he's a really great person. Like I bet you I could forward you his contact information. You could have him on a podcast.
Wow, that'd be incredible. So, how would you describe your goaltending style?
So for me, I'd say like I'm very controlled and have good rebounds. I feel like rebound control is very important because like you can control what happens during the game. Whereas like if you're giving up like juicy rebounds, you're giving the other team more scoring chances and they can build momentum. Whereas like if you're just sticking pucks into the corners, like they just can't generate anything and they feel a little bit frustrated. I also think that I'm a very smart goalie. Like I feel like my reads are really, really good. Like there's times when players will come down on a 2-on-1, and as soon as they cross the blue line, I already know, okay, he's gonna pass it across for a one-timer. And then just with instincts, I slide across and make that save. So yeah, I'd say that I'm very controlled, have great rebounds and great reads as well.
All right. So, kind of on that topic, who's someone that you model your game after?
So I like to model my game after Jake Ottinger on the Dallas Stars, and for similar reasons. Like he's very controlled, he moves exceptionally well, and I think he's one of the most underrated goalies in the NHL. Like every night he's keeping his team in the game, and especially now in playoffs, he's been a front runner and a big leader on that team. Also, like I said, he controls his rebounds very well. And he never has to make like a big save every game. Like you don't see him on the highlight reels every single night. And that's mostly because he's always in position. And I really like that about him.
All right. So, what's the funniest story that you have playing hockey so far? And could you just tell us a little bit about it?
So yeah, one of the funniest hockey moments that I have is so back in the World Selects Invitational last year, we were playing this team. They were called the Alps Selects or something like that. So they were a mix of like best players from France, Italy, and Switzerland. And so I wanted to watch some of their games in the round robin. And like after they would win, they would do like how Carolina Hurricanes would do the big
Yeah.
celebrations and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would do that after like a round robin game when they would like pump a team like 7-0. And I was like I just kept thinking to myself, like, man, I want to play these guys and I want to destroy them. So lucky enough, in the quarterfinals, we end up playing them. I get the start, and we ended up like smoking them like 9-1. Like we had an unbelievable team. And like as we were like going by doing handshakes, I was like chirping all of them, like saying, "Oh, where's the big celebration? Where's the big celebration?" And like all their parents like instantly left the arena. Like they were so embarrassed. And I just thought, like, for me personally, like I don't like cocky players, so just to be able to beat them and seeing like the shocked faces, like their shocked faces, that like they've never been beaten by that bad, just for
Yeah.
us to steamroll them, that was, for me, that's my funniest hockey story. So yeah.
All right. So, what was it like to be drafted to the Barrie Colts, who have a history of producing key role NHL players and goaltenders like Mackenzie Blackwood and Aaron Ekblad?
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. Like their organization is fantastic. Like I met with a bunch of the guys. Like it's just a great group of people and they believe in you no matter what. Like they don't care like what round you were placed in. They have a plan set for you and they really want to see you succeed. And I really like that fact. Like they just treat everyone like a family and they support everyone. And yeah, it's just a great organization. Yeah, like you said, they've produced a lot of NHL players. So I'm super excited to be able to join a great organization and hope to be one of the next NHL players that they produce.
All right, love the confidence. So, what are your expectations going into next season?
Next season, I think I'm gonna have a great year. Like I've got a great plan in place over the summer to get better, and even over the season. I think next year's a big development year for me, and I've got high hopes for next season.
All right, yeah, kind of on that summer topic. What does an off season look like for you?
So right now, up until school's over, I'll go to the gym about 4 times, and then on the ice doing goalie training 2 times. And then after school is over, I'll do gym for 5 times. And each time, 5 times a week, and each time I'm in the gym, it's like at least 2 hours, like between 2.5 hours. So I get a lot of work done there. And then also just like 1 time on the ice for goalie training over the summer. And then in July, I'll probably take some time off, spend time with some family, go up to the cottage. Um, and then yeah, in August, start to ramp things back up again. That way, once the season starts, I'm already running, and yeah, have a
I
great
love
season.
it. Love it. So, who are you most looking forward to play against in the OHL?
In the OHL, I'm looking forward to play against the second overall pick, Ryan Rubrick. So me and him, we've played with each other since we were like 5, 6 years old. Like every year, we've played summer hockey together. So we're really good friends, and like I'm super excited to eventually play against him because you know he's such a great player, and we both know what each other's strengths and weaknesses are. So I've never actually got to play a game against him, so it'll be really exciting to see how that would turn out.
All right. So, now I know you're a goaltender, but if you could build a starting five around you, who would they be? So that's a left winger, that's a right winger, that's a centerman, and that's two defensemen. Anybody from any league of any time period could be deceased or alive, anybody.
So first off, center. Actually, no. I like to start off with defense. So defense. I would probably start off with an offensive defenseman, Bobby Orr. Can generate lots of offense there. And then another defenseman, need a stay-at-home D. Um, I'd probably do like a Victor Hedman. He blocks a lot of shots, works hard. He's very defensive, I think. And then up front, I do definitely Leon Draisaitl. He can put the puck in the net. Um, and then to have Wayne Gretzky on that line for sure, just feeding him the puck, that would be a really good duo. And then third, left winger, probably Alex Ovechkin. He's again another great goal scorer, and I personally think he's going to beat Gretzky's goal record.
Yeah, hopefully. So now I'm gonna ask you some rapid fire questions about your teammates in Vaughan, and you just give me what you think is the appropriate answer. So who has the worst pregame music?
Carter Kostic.
All right, well, what's he playing in there? Is it like country mix or like I don't even know. Was he playing?
Well, it changes every once in a while. He'll play either the same country song on repeat, or he'll play like droopy rap songs that just kind of diminish the confidence of the team.
All right. So teammate with the best game day fits.
Best game day fits, I'd say, is Adrian Manzo.
All right. So teammate most likely to lead the table before the bill comes.
I'd say Ivan Galyanov.
All right. Teammate that makes you laugh the most without even trying.
Matthew Scorsese.
All right, what's he got going on? Is it like I don't know, like a laugh? Some people have like a real weird laugh. Is it
No, he can just make like a joke out of anything. Like he always finds like the positivity in something.
yeah.
Um, yeah, he's got some funny jokes and stuff. Yeah.
I'd love to hear that. So who's the teammate that chats with the other team the most?
I'd say Carter Kostic.
Again, all right.
Yeah.
So this might apply to you, but who's the teammate that takes the longest to get out of their gear?
Oh, it's not me. There's two of them. They always get out at the same time. It's Jack Fang and Jonathan Capagradis.
All right. So who do you think has the most Taylor Swift songs in their playlist?
Um, I would say Carter Kostic again. Yeah.
And wow, three
Yeah.
times. All
He's
right.
got a big variety of music going on.
All right. So who's the teammate with the weirdest pregame routine?
Weirdest pregame routine, I'd say it's Hudson Callahan.
All right. So who's the teammate that you would not let tape your stick?
Probably Jaden Essig.
Okay, all right. Who's the teammate with the worst sty?
I'd say Hudson Callahan.
Again, all right.
Yeah.
Who's the teammate with the best sty?
I'd probably say Carter Kostic again.
All right. So now rounding off, who's the teammate that celebrates the most in practice?
Oh, Carter Kostic again.
Again,
Yeah, for
all right.
sure.
All right. So that does it for me. Thank you, Owen, so much for coming on the podcast. And
Yeah, no
I
problem.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on here. It was a great time.